With enough discomfort plus enough vision, one can always create change. This is another philosophy that I've had for a long, long time, and I just want to unpack that with you for a little while. So with enough discomfort and where you are right now, your circumstance at this time, the discomfort is an absolute necessity to change. They say that the kind of middle class mentality and the level of comfort is the hardest place to actually evolve from, because there's too much comfort there. So one of the great elements, the first elements that we need to create really like powerful lasting change is enough discomfort. And then secondly, it's enough of a vision of where you could be. So it's one thing over on the discomfort side saying, I fucking really dislike where I'm at right now. I'm fucking not happy with this situation, this relationship, my health, my wealth, my circumstance, whatever it is. If you can't pack that up with enough vision of where you'd like to be, I don't know, I think I could be these things. I'd love a relationship that nourished me in this way. I actually see myself as so much more worth than this, and I believe I could go here. If you can't couple the two up, there probably won't be long-lasting change. So with enough discomfort and enough vision, you can create change. Now, I just want to go back to discomfort, because if that resonated a little bit with you, or like, yeah, I get it, kind of middle-class vibes, and maybe there isn't enough discomfort, this life isn't too bad. You don't have to wait for catastrophe to hit you. You don't have to wait for something, for trauma, for death, for taxes, for something awful, divorce, to create change. You can actually create that discomfort with yourself, and it all plays out up here, doesn't it? So even if you're in that middle class comfort zone, you got to go to work on yourself to create the discomfort. For me, that probably comes from a position of, yeah, we're comfortable, but are we really achieving that? I don't want to leave it on the table. I don't want to half-arse this life, which, by the way, as far as I'm aware, we only get one. So let's create some discomfort, because wouldn't it be awful to kind of not fulfill your potential? And then at the same time as that conversation's resonating, you're talking about what is that potential then? And now we're creating the vision. We're starting to create a vision. So go to town on that. Don't be subconscious about it. Don't be passive. Move that forward. How do you want to live? What do you believe you could accomplish? And then before we know it, from a position of middle-class comfort, we've actually created discomfort, like deep dissatisfaction in the moment of like, I could be more than this. Oh, could you? Yeah, look at this. Look what it could be. So I've created discomfort, and I've created a long-lasting sort of motivating, purposeful vision of the future. Now I've created the discomfort, I've created the vision. I've just got to back that up with hard damn work, habit, and we're creating change. Okay, so my real life example of that, I always want to be transparent here with you guys, is at 30 years old, I was a professional rugby coach, just sort of coming to the end of playing, and my wife was a medical rep at that point in time. We were probably the best part of six figures as a household coming in, which puts you kind of certainly within the top 10% of the country, nicely chunked into that comfort, that middle class comfort zone. And it was actually the birth of our daughter that created discomfort for me. So mentally that created discomfort for me, where I thought, oh, this is all good, but is this enough for me bringing another human being, be responsible first? That's got to be like the first element of responsibility I ever felt, was that being responsible for another human being in the world. So there's just little elements of discomfort there being created. And then through a huge amount of personal development and research and kind of looking for different vehicles to be, first and foremost, change our lives from a financial perspective, to create more money and create more choice and time. Over time, that vision grew. And for us, it grew into, God, could we achieve these things? And then it was, we played out the vision boards. We did the whole vision board thing. This is how we'd like to live. And they're just real life examples. I mean, people can be a little bit woo-woo about these sorts of bits and bobs, but then, okay, you just sit where you want to be. So I think in hindsight, we shifted that change from an area of life where one could be comfortable enough. I will forever be grateful that it wasn't enough for us. And then as soon as you start on this trajectory and you realize that we're not trees, we're not fixed, we don't have roots, we can just get up and move. And then, of course, now that just becomes addictive because you're like, okay, we hit this level. This is great. I enjoyed the journey. I'm enjoying the process of growing and learning and moving forward. So what's next? And that's really a fantastic place to be in life. And I think I take a huge amount of nourishment from that. But it always comes back to the concept right back at the beginning. And you can create this, but you need enough discomfort and enough of a vision of where you want to be. And then we can go about it.